So line art has been something I've been struggling with since I started drawing 4 years ago. I would watch a shit ton of videos that would try to offer tips or advice for line art, but none of that really helped. There are other factors that'll help you improve your line art. After drawing one line art a day for a month, the short answer is simply to practice your line art over and over. This might seem obvious to a lot of people, but my dumbass forgot that learning how to draw is just doing the same thing over and over until you're happy with the product. Or maybe that's just me. Regardless, it worked. Here's the proof. Originally, I was supposed to have 30 of the same line arts in this video. One line art per day for 1 month, but I improved faster than I expected. And that's just putting it simply. So there were 3 things I noticed that improved my line art significantly. Trying different sized brushes, drawing the line in one stroke, and making sure your sketch has literally everything you want to be in the line art. Leaving out details in your sketch to save it for line art can work, but it helps so much just to have it there so you can see how it looks before you actually start doing the lines. And I can't stress single strokes enough. Unless you're specifically going for a sketch style of line art, single strokes are important to have clean line art. I know it can be frustrating to constantly miss the mark with your strokes, but you'll get it eventually. And if it gets really annoying, take a break, play a video game, go outside, or do whatever other hobby you might have. You can apply this advice to anything that might frustrate you. Make sure you draw your line art on a vector layer. In the case that you need to edit a line, the vector layer will make sure that there's no loss in quality. Make use of pen pressure. Having all of your lines be uniform in width is boring. I change how much pressure I put on my pen depending on what I'm drawing. Hair gets varying widths in single strokes, clothing lines are uniform in width, and small details get smaller lines. I also like taking lighting into consideration. For example, the part of my drawing where light isn't emphasized gets much thicker outlines than a part of the drawing that isn't direct lighting. Your drawing software might have tools to help out with this. I do know that Clip Studio comes with tools to help out with line art. The correct line tool allows you to change the width of lines, redraw them, etc. And the vector eraser allows you to do single strokes without worrying about intersecting lines. My process for line art goes like this: single strokes, width corrections, vector eraser cleanup. And if none of these pieces of advice work for you, your line art style might just be too different from mine. In that case, I recommend studying the line art of the artist or art style that inspired you. Don't copy it, analyze it, and take a closer look at why it looks so good to you. Once you figure that out, you can apply it to your own line art and improve upon it. To sum up this video, line art is just another part of learning how to draw. When I first started out with sketches, I took a lot of inspiration from anime stills, and at some point I developed my own art style that I'm happy with. My line art still needs improvement, but I feel like as someone who's finally at least satisfied with my line art, I can offer some advice while it's all fresh in my mind.